Now is Democratic Senator Chris Coons from Delaware. He's on the Foreign Relations, Appropriations, and Judiciary Committee. Senator, good to have you on. This is quite alarming, and an analyst tells CNN that he guarantees China will try to hack U.S. agencies or businesses again. Is the U.S. behind the eight ball on cybersecurity?
Yes, we need to be doing more to invest in protecting our national infrastructure. And frankly, while alarming, this is in no way surprising. China has over and over infiltrated our core infrastructure. There was a major attack months ago now that's known under the name Salt Typhoon, through which they got into most of the core of our telecommunication systems. And this latest attack is just another example of how the Chinese Communist Party, the People's Liberation Army, and the PRC government is over and over attempting to infiltrate our systems, sometimes successfully.
And the hack, as I noted, apparently targeted the U.S. Senate as well. Has the Justice Department contacted you or your office with steps to secure your own cyber operations?
No, they have not, at least not that I'm aware of, and you would think I'd be aware of that. I do regularly get phishing attacks, texts or emails that seem to be from friends of mine but aren't, that are from an area code similar to my hometown, that are from an email that seems like it's a bank I know or a friend of mine. But frankly, I think millions of Americans face similar attacks every day. We need to be on the cutting edge of protecting our nation from these and other attacks. And frankly, with our president and our national security leadership distracted by the war of choice that they've launched against Iran 6 months ago, I suspect they see us as a more easy target now. So it's important that we focus on our most significant adversary in the world, which is the PRC. And I would certainly expect that President Trump, as he is seeking a meeting with Xi Jinping, raises this issue, pushes back on it, and cautions Xi Jinping, the leader of China, that they need to stop these relentless attacks on the United States.
So you don't know if you've been attacked at all?
I don't. I haven't received any notice personally, directly, or that I'm aware of to my office.
Well, hopefully someone will be in touch with you soon. I want to turn to the Department of Defense, because I know you and your colleague, Senator Patty Murray, sent a letter to Secretary Pete Hegseth and Acting Navy Secretary Hung Cao, urging transparency and an investigation into the USS Lincoln, the USS Ford, and the USS Benfold deployments. The Benfold experienced a previously undisclosed days-long power outage. Your deadline for answers is September 1st. Have you heard anything back on this issue?
I have not, and frankly, I'm not surprised. Secretary Hegseth and the leadership of the department have not been particularly responsive to a number of my requests for them to be transparent about the operational issues that the Pentagon and our armed forces are having under his leadership. As many of your viewers know, the sailors of the USS Lincoln have gone more than 8 months without any port leave, and their parents and family members complained publicly about sailors on that aircraft carrier attempting to leap off because the conditions were so bad. And as you just mentioned, there are other press accounts of a loss of power on the South China Sea and other conditions on the other aircraft carrier that I think deserve a prompt and full airing so that the families and loved ones of those who are serving our nation in our armed forces, in this case in our Navy, know that we are working together to provide them the support, the resources, and the conditions they need to serve admirably and well in defense of our nation.
Senator Chris Coons, keep us posted if you hear from the DOJ or the Defense Department on both issues we just discussed. Thank you.